and today we'll be talking about Moana 2. Now, so sorry to delay. I won't say too much here, but I just did an update video of explaining like I've been really sick with the flu lately, so I'm so sorry to delay. But no matter if I'm sick or not, I will still edit, no matter what. Although I just edited this yesterday because I wasn't feeling well during the weekend, so I'm like, oh well. So yeah, so anyway, we are going to talk about Moana 2 today. So yeah, so they released another poster a while ago. They just released a poster, another poster as well with Maui's fishhook, I believe, and Moana's paddle. And I think that's supposed to represent the land and the sea. Maybe I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but I do like this poster a bit better because I love sunsets. It's a beautiful poster, like how Moana's just looking out there on the sail. Ah, so beautiful. So yeah, so anyway, this was announced on Friends. If you don't know what Friends is a new app, and I'm actually on Friends because I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna go back on TikTok. No, because I was bullied on TikTok, so for something, I don't know. But yeah, you could if you follow me on Instagram, you could go check out Friends as well. Same username. I could do more stuff on Friends because for some reason on Instagram you can't like post videos on there from my channel, so I have to use Friends. But most of you guys have seen it, so that's pretty cool. So it's another way to to expand as well. So if you have not followed me on Friends, go and do that. As well. There's some videos on there linked to my channel, so you can go on there without searching my name up all the time. So it's the same name, same username as well. So go check that out as well. So this was also announced on Friends, but I couldn't find like a tagline for it. As well, I think I was editing something, and I'm like, oh, don't tell me they're going to release a Moana teaser trailer this week. At least they announced it, because that's what Disney usually does if there's a big trailer coming out or something. Sometimes they don't, but I appreciate the announcement because I was very sick still. I'm like, this trailer comes out, I'm gonna have some difficulties doing this, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, like I said, I couldn't find a tagline, but they did announce this, and I was surprised that it didn't come out at 11 o'clock at night here, like at 10, which is pretty good. So I'm like, okay, I'm happy. So yeah, so Disney these days, I'm gonna be completely honest, Disney is struggling at the moment. I've heard a lot of news about Disney. I don't like to use the word or the term of the word woke, but Disney has become a bit woke and a bit of cultural appropriation, like meaning like being more cultured, and that's fine and all, but if you take it too far, then people are just gonna not like it, and I think these days people, some of us like Disney. I love Disney still, even though they have some problems and issues, and some of us hate Disney. So you have one camp or the other camp. So I still love Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan. I've got Disney jewelry on today, as you can see, kind of see. But yeah, I love Disney no matter what. And I grew up with the original Disney movies when I was a lot younger. So yeah, Disney is a big part of my childhood growing up. So yeah, so it's a shame that Disney's getting like all this hate out of no reason, basically. So yeah, we got this Moana 2 animated movie coming out this year, actually. Also we've got, I can't believe they're doing this. Still, they're doing a live action Moana still. You just announced an animated sequel to the first Moana movie. Don't do a live action movie. But anyway, they're doing that. That is. I heard that's in production right now as I speak. So like, okay. If I were Disney, I would not do a Moana live action. Because considering how the Little Mermaid did so poorly, I would not greenlight it. But they've greenlighted it, right? So we'll see how that goes. I'm like, Disney, you gotta, take one step at a time. Basically, that's what I would say to them. But yeah, I would not do a live action Moana, and I do kind of worry because when something's so popular and people love it so much, and sometimes even though it's beloved by so many people, you gotta be really careful of exposure. And I do kind of worry with Moana, the brand, it's special. Like if we get this live action Moana someday, are people gonna be sick of Moana? That's the question. You need to ask that question to yourself because I think Disney's not thinking the long-term repercussions of this. Oh my god, I can't speak. Oh my god. It's one of those days, guys. One of those days. Yeah. So yeah, so if I were Dwayne Johnson, I would cancel that movie. quickly as possible. Because The Little Mermaid, I did not care for The Little Mermaid. I don't care what people say about it. This is my opinion, so don't feel like you have to agree with me. But I did not care for the live action Little Mermaid. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was one of the worst live action movies I've seen so far of Disney. And that's the truth. That's the truth. I'm being completely honest. So I would cancel that as well. And I still can't believe Disney's making the Snow White movie. I don't know. I don't want to see a trailer. I don't want to see first look photos. I don't even want to see the movie. So yeah, so we'll see what they come up with. But yeah, but Disney is in a rut at the moment. They're trying to get out of that rut. As well, and try to, bring Disney lovers back into the game, basically. But at what cost? So we'll see what happens. But I would not make a live action Moana if they're doing this movie, because that'll probably confuse the Moana fans and also the Disney fans out there. So I would not do that. No. Mm-mm. Anyway, we got some first look photos that were released a while ago. We've got what is that? Is that like a stingray, like a big whale, like a hammer whale? It is a beautiful shot. Also got Moana there. Now we'll talk about Moana later on, but I've heard a couple of things. Some of the I've heard people say Moana does look a little bit off in that image. I'll explain it later on, and I do kind of agree. Because this, I don't know if you noticed, from what I've heard, this Moana movie was supposed to be a series, and they've kind of like stitched the whole, they've kind of like stitched it together basically, and that's going to be a bit of a big problem, because if it was a series and now it's a movie, like how, because series is sort of like episodes, episodic as well. And a movie is just a one whole big 1 hour movie or 2 hour movie, you want to call it. So that's going to be really hard for Disney to juggle in general. So I do kind of worry about that. I am a bit nervous because Disney's not having the greatest luck these days. So we'll see what they do. But yeah, this is kind of like stitched together. In like scenes as well. It's kind of like stitched together as a movie instead of a TV show. So I do kind of worry about that going into this as well. Oh my god, Moana, the movie. Now, there you go. So I have seen the first Moana movie, and I adored it so much. I loved it so much. I actually was back in my hometown when I saw it. I think I saw it twice, sorry, but I can't remember. And I just remember being in that world in the tropics and like, oh my god, the water. Oh my god, the water's so freaking amazing in this movie. I loved it so much. Like I was like astounded. Like oh my god, this is so good. So I really loved the first Moana. I really love it so much. A really good movie, really, really good movie. So I'm a bit, even though I am excited for this movie, I am kind of nervous as well. So let's talk out to Moana 2 teaser trailer. Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. That's from the first movie when she's helping that turtle out. There's a moneymaker right there. Percussion. Hey, my mom loves hey.
This is a call from the ancestors to sail to new skies and reconnect our people across the entire ocean.
Ooh, I like the waves. What a two. I thought that joke was a bit weak, to be honest. Okay, it looks solid. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, so let's talk about Moana here. the animation, even though this was a series, originally kind of makes me wonder if there was a cheap animation. You know that cheap animation sometimes. I mean, it depends. I mean, it depends if it's a show or not, basically. But when you think about TV shows these days, you know they have a cheaper animation budget. So I'm wondering if that's the case here, because it looks like it from what we see from from Moana, you know, the main character of the movie. So we'll see. She does look a little bit different. She's supposed to be older here, which I appreciate. I think it's who makes really good older characters? Is it Disney or How to Train Your Dragon? Probably both. But Disney's really good at aging up characters, like really good at aging it up. Like if you haven't seen uh, there's got to be a movie where a character's aged up, right? Yeah. I can't think of anything at the top of my head, but we'll see what happens. So yes, when Moana does an expression, it looks really good. Like when she pulls the expression, it really works. It kind of works together in some kind of mold, basically. So when she pulls the expression, it's really good. Her expressions are on point in this teaser trailer, which I love. So yeah, but unfortunately, you know, it was a shot. I wish Disney wouldn't make this their thumbnail, but they have. I would change a thumbnail if I were them, because this doesn't look like Moana to me. I know she's supposed to be older, but yeah, just something seems off. The hair is really driving me nuts. Like, oh hey, this is my hair. Because sometimes, like with my hair is very thick, and you know, lashes are a bit wild and crazy sometimes. And sometimes I have like a strand of hair right here. Like, where did this come from? Like you probably see in my videos sometimes. So yeah, Moana, you need to style that hair, girl. To be honest, because if it was a full fringe, I could understand, but just one piece doesn't really work. If it was a fringe, it would work, but it's not. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, yeah, I just think it's hilarious. But you know, I would have made that their thumbnail. I mean, there's so many iconic shots of water in here. Like I wouldn't want that to be the thumbnail of this teaser trailer, to be honest. So I would, if I was Disney, I would change it because it doesn't seem like water. I know she must be a bit older here, but you know, yeah. If you compare it to the first movie, so this is Moana for the first. Sorry, if you compare Moana to the first movie, she has a more softer look, and that kind of reminds me of like back in the day when Disney did like Disney heroines and stuff. Take for example Ariel. You know, they would sketch her out, and Ariel would more have a softer look basically. So I think here they've kind of made Moana have a more harder look, which I don't know how I feel about that personally, but it's what they've come up with basically. I think I like the softer version of Moana here for the first movie, and there was nothing wrong with her animation design, so I don't know why they would make her more harder. Like I guess she's a bit more older here, but I would keep it. I would keep it the same because there was nothing wrong with the first movie animation of Moana. I think it looked really good. Like you know these Disney heroines, look good. Basically, to be honest, she looks like more like Elsa and Anna, which is a bit of a worry because, Disney's having a rough spot, so I wish they would not do that. But anyway, yeah. Moving on. So yeah, so I'm wondering who is this little cutie in the middle? Don't tell me Moana has a child. Oh, that'd be crazy. People have to stop having kids. That's terrible, maybe that's terrible for me to say, but it's so true in so many ways. So yeah, Disney, every Disney sequel, not every Disney sequel, but every Disney sequel, some sequels they have kids eventually, and I'm like, oh no. Like I appreciate that. I mean, look what it's doing to Descendants, and that's really popular. Sorry, having to say it's not a bad thing, but I don't think that's her child. If it is, I'll be very shocked. I'm not sure how old Moana is supposed to be here. Now, first of all, I thought it was Moana's baby, but that's not the case because Moana's a bit different. We've got a younger version of Moana here as well. So, it's interesting. So yeah, at first I thought it was Moana's sister, but unfortunately Moana doesn't have a sister. And looking at the parents, we'll talk about that later. And talking about the parents, they do look a little bit older here. So I wonder how much time has passed since the first movie, because I think Moana was like 16 maybe? Was she? Yeah, 16 in the first movie. So I'm wondering how long as time has passed. So I hope that's not the case. So we'll see what they come up with here. There's gotta be someone. That's gotta be like a relative, maybe a cousin, maybe she has a little niece or something. That could be kind of cool. But I don't like it when every descendant, like every infamous character, like every Disney character has a descendant. And I'm not complaining, I love it, but I don't think Moana needs a kid at this point. We'll see what they come up with, but I hope it's not the case. If Moana did have a kid, but hypothetically speaking, she'll be the second Disney princess to have a kid. Because remember, in The Little Mermaid, in the second movie of The Little Mermaid, Ariel has a child named Melody, and she was the first official Disney princess to have a kid. And now that's not the case because you see because you see these Disney characters having kids everywhere. So that's not the case. But she was the first official Disney princess to have a kid, and that's like amazing. Wow, that's so interesting. So yeah. So we've got Moana's parents in here as well. We've got I can't remember their names. Was one of them Chief Benja? I don't know. Anyway, those are Moana's parents for you. And they look a little bit older here. Like you can see a little bit of grey in their hair. So I'm curious how long as time has passed. To be honest. So we'll see what the story is. We'll see what the premise is. It looks really good so far, but I am a bit nervous because this was originally a series and now it isn't. So I'm curious how this is going to balance that out. If it was originally a series, why change it to a movie? That's the big question. So we'll see what Disney comes up with. So what do you think of Moana 2? Let me know in the comments, guys. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to this video, guys.